All right. Thank you for joining. This is Baldwin 734, and we got fourth place, just barely. We could have gotten third, but it's all right. Um, and I will be um, analyzing rounds 2, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for rounds 2 through 4, there's a big gap in between what we did for each round. So round 2 we were kind of testing the waters, seeing what we were working with, testing out how the products were doing and how our numbers were working out. We definitely were just looking to penetrate a few markets. We knew some products would do better than others, and we were still finding this out as of round 2. So it was really kind of a slower round. And so once we got an idea of what we were kind of getting ourselves into, we started opening up and investing in round 3. So took a took a little hit, but started investing around round 3, and then round 4 we started pumping out like some big numbers, some big revenue, and it's like a whole process from round 2, 3 to 4, and it's pretty crazy. So let's get right into it. As you're looking at the sales for Baldwin, 734 for rounds 2 through 4. So as you can see, we were only testing the waters again in round 2, and we started investing in round 3, and around round 4 we really started kicking out some big money. So there's a $40,000 gap between the sales of round 2 and round 4. So that shows that we're doing something about right. Um, so as you can see, once we started, investing, we're obviously pumping out some good profits. So you can see the gap from rounds 2 and 3 versus round 4. We really started getting serious here and getting our numbers the right way, how they should be. So and then asset turnover. So that was the profit in sales. We're looking at asset turnover, and asset turnover for rounds 2 to 4. Asset turnover is the ratio of total sales or revenue to average costs or average assets. Sorry. So this metric helps investors understand how effectively companies are using their assets to generate sales. So basically, one asset to 1.05 return. So that's how much turnover there is compared to one asset. So as you can see, round 2 was pretty good. You got 1.05, which would be basically a 5% increase, or turnover, positive increase, positive turnover in asset turnover. It went up in round 3, 4%, but dropped heavily by 12%, down to 97, which is under 1. So here says that our asset turnover, we may have created and sold a lot of assets, but it wasn't enough to cover the whole cost and production of that set asset. So that's where we are at around round 4. Okay, and we're on to contribution margin. So contribution margin includes, or is the selling price minus the variable cost. So it shows you basically shows you how much money is available to pay the fixed costs, such as rents, such as utilities. These costs are fixed, meaning that they are not moving. So as we look at these fixed costs, you see they fluctuate a little bit, per round. It's basically showing, it should be around the same number, but it's basically showing how much more we had to use just to get that original product. It's not any variable cost, it's what we really need for that product. So as you could see here, it was up in the middle area kind of in round two, went down to round three, and went up in round four. So we kind of ended up going the wrong way at the end, but all right. And the last is ROA, or return on asset, which shows how profitable a company um, is compared to its total assets. So, uh, the purpose of the ROA is to give the manager or investor, um, shows them how efficient a company's management is at using its assets to generate earnings. So, based on how many assets your company has total, um, the ROA will show you how profitable the company is based on those. So, as you can see, 0.05% of the ROA. Uh, that's all right. 5.5, we're doing better, and then 8.3%. We had a big jump there at round four. So we're increasing our ROA as we go through the rounds, which is definitely a good thing. So I would say overall we did a pretty good job with our with everything as a whole. Our company did pretty good. Fourth place is definitely pretty good. We could have gotten third. It was really close. It was a tight race, but it's all right. Things happen. Fourth place, I'll take it. All right. Thank you for watching my presentation.